to inspire, to uplift. Different people share their gifts. A safe space and open door on a journey to explore human beings.
What? Hey,
Happy
everybody.
Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. I don't care how many times I hear this song, it never gets old.
Never.
Shout out to my girl Candace Cahoe, who is singing the backgrounds. We actually wrote this in my office one day while I was at work. And it just came together, and she's a phenomenal singer. Shout out to Candace. Go ahead and follow her on all social media. She's out doing her thing, performing different places and doing all these things. So if you love her voice on this song, you would love her voice in person. Happy Monday, everybody, and thank you so much for joining A Human Being. My name is Dwayne Wiggins Jr. I am your host, along with my beautiful, talented co-host, the wonderful, great, and fantastic Anna Henderson.
Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for joining us.
We are so happy that you all could join us today and just be a part of our show on this Monday. So I want to dive right into the show because we have a big show for you today to talk about social media and all of that stuff. The title of our show today really just dives deep into looking at those filtered lives, the truth behind the post. And it's like one of those things, and I'm going to definitely share some of the personal components or personal aspects of like my posting and what I do and all that great stuff. So we have a great show to talk to you today about filtered lives, the truth behind the post. But before we dive into the show, I want to check in with my co-host and to see how she's doing, how was her weekend, and what's going on with you, Anna?
Hey, my DW. I'm doing good. I feel like my week went by so fast, Lord. I don't know. Mondays just be coming and going. But listen, I did do a couple things throughout my week. I actually tried out this new Mexican spot. I love a good taco, okay, but I actually took a chance and tried a burrito for a change. I actually been craving a burrito and it was delicious. Absolutely what I wanted. So I was really hype about that. My coworker had told me about this place in Ridley that has like soft serve margaritas. That was super lit. It was like water ice drink, but like soft serve, like how ice cream comes out. It was really really nice. So I thought that was like the atmosphere, everything about it was just like really cool, calm, cool, collected. So I was excited to do that. And then I went to Sunset Social. It's like downtown, like near 30th and Market or something like that, on a rooftop that has a bunch of grass and like it's like a tent area with tables and stuff. And like sometimes they have movie night. They have a lot of different things. But I went to vibe out with some friends, so that was really nice because I don't be going to nobody rooftop. Okay, so shout out to Levi for the invite. That was pretty lit. And then yesterday we went to the Manny Young Food Festival. That was amazing. Okay.
I've always wanted to go, and you know that I lived and will be living in that area. So it's always like it sounds like it's a place that I've always just wanted to go. So please tell me how it was. Tell me how it was.
It was amazing. So I believe it was from 5. I mean, I'm 11 to 5, 11 a.m. to 5. The whole house went. We got up early. We got there exactly at 11 o'clock, and it was already popping. Parking was already tight. People was already out. The stands was lit. It was smelling good. The only thing I could say was the temperature was colder than what it has been in Philly. We've been having like really nice weather, but yesterday it was cold, 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 raining. But we went through all the way through from beginning to end. We got some fried potato balls. That was probably like one of the highlights of the food that I got. Some hot and honey shrimp. We got some, I think Gigi soul food, some jerk chicken, macaroni and cheese, and yams. I had some churros. Okay, some churros with the ice cream. I was feeling a little dangerous because, like I said, it was cold outside. But give me the ice cream, please, with my churros.
I love it.
But yeah, it was a really really good time. So that kind of summed up my week.
I love that. I think one of the things, like I've been wanting to go to that food festival for so many years. So
Yes.
I'm so excited to be coming
Don't you
back
worry,
to
because I have a
Philadelphia
list
area.
of things. So
I
we going to
know,
have some
right?
things to
So
do. Don't you
I'm
worry
excited.
about that.
But there is a food festival that's going to be happening here in the San Diego area that I want to go to. It's going to be a bit of a challenge because, as you
What?
know, I'm about to go to the Boost conference,
Oh,
um,
yes.
which is
Mm-hmm.
that's next week. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
leaving this Sunday coming, and I'll be there from Sunday to Sunday. And
Yeah.
so there's a in Del Mar, if you know anything about California or San Diego area, that's not far from where the food festival is going to be. It's really, really huge. But I come back on the 3rd, May 3rd,
Okay.
and the festival is on May 3rd. So it's like I'm coming back.
Um,
I don't know if I feel like doing that or going to that like right after that, but we'll play
yeah.
it by ear. The ticket's only $12. So who knows? I may go. I'm excited to see
Well,
if I
yeah.
we'll
Hopefully
see.
it works out, because I would
I
love for
know.
you to experience that. But I want you to tell me about your week. Let's catch up with you.
You know, the truth of the matter is, like right now, I am in the thick of supporting the Boost Conference. I'm a part of the
Mm-hmm.
leadership team and also an independent contractor. And so I've been in the office with my friend, my heart Tia, and we've been working, and she's working so
Shout out to Tia.
diligently, and the whole staff to just make sure that this conference is a success, and which it
Mm-hmm.
has been honestly for the last 18 years. But you know, every year I'm sure that people feel the pressure to make it better and better and better.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been rocking and rolling in the office. So my days are a little off, but I'm
Okay.
so excited because I think it's such a wonderful opportunity for people to just come from all around the world, to be able to come and be a part of the conference. So I'm really excited. We've been working hard. Everybody's been doing their thing, and when I say everybody's like pulling their weight to do
Mm-hmm.
what they need to do. So I'm really excited about that. So it's gonna start. It's Tuesday the 28th of April through May 1st, and I'm
Okay.
telling you, we like right now. I reshared this, but just said, but we have 44 states represented and 8 countries. So people are coming from all over the world to be at this conference. All about educators,
That's
teachers.
big.
It's
That's
huge.
big.
After school workers, as superintendents, as principals. And so this conference is every year in Palm Springs. And this is going to be my 4th time at this conference. I've done, like I said in the past, like I presented my book there. I've done my
Mm-hmm.
podcast there.
Mm-hmm.
But our podcast now. But
Yeah.
before, I did the podcast there. I've done a lot of presentations there. So I
Mm-hmm.
felt like one of the ways that I could give back is being able to be here and be a part of the leadership team and really just give my gifts and talents to the best of my ability, and this great event that Tia and teams over the years have put together. So I'm excited to see people from all over the world that's going to be coming. And I have to
Yes.
give a shout out to Anthony, who Anthony Dupree or Anthony Walker, how many of you know him, or you know him as Anthony Dupree, who is
Anthony.
he's actually going to be at the Boost conference presenting his book. And Anthony is my guy. I love him.
Yes.
Always been the same since we've known him, and since we've been
A1 since day one.
listen,
Yes.
absolutely. Like Anthony publicly shares, like his first start was with Deep Figures Productions, and
Yep.
now Anthony is a producer down in Atlanta, working with
Yes.
One BET.
Yes.
Right now, he's working on his own. He's directed and written his own film. Like he's
Yes.
doing his thing. So I'm shout out to Anthony. So I'm just really happy for him that I'll get to see him next week. So and he's going to be the event that I'm actually over called Meet the Authors. He's actually
Mhm.
going to be one of the authors presenting his book. So I
That
can't
is
wait.
amazing.
I can't wait for the world
Please
to
give
get
him my
this stuff,
love.
right?
Please give him my love, Anthony.
sure
I'm just
will.
forever proud of you, honey. You was
So yeah,
storming off.
right. So that's what I've really been working on and doing a lot of that, and just getting ready. I'm packing early. I'm not waiting till the
Mhm.
last minute. I'm trying to be a grown up when it comes to my packing, because
Good
like
job.
normally, if I'm leaving on a Sunday, depending on what time I'm leaving, I'm waking up early and I'm packing. So I pulled out the
Okay.
suitcase last night. I began to put stuff in the suitcase, and I'm like, I want to be on top of my stuff. So right now, that's where my mind is. My mind is. I said this the other day to someone. My mind is in Operation Countdown, because
Yes.
right now there's 39 days before I come back to Philadelphia, and so it's like my mind is shifting with a lot of things as far as like packing and
Yes.
shipping stuff and getting rid of stuff and doing all the things to prepare to move. So yeah, I'm just in Operation Countdown mode and Operation Moving. And I'm so grateful and things are great. So that's where my mind and my weeks have been, because when I come back from Boost, it'll be May. And it'll be
Yes.
time to and we're gonna skate through that. So it's like
Crunch time.
right, crunch time. So I'm really, really excited about that. So that's pretty much it, and that's pretty much what's been going on.
Yes, well, I'm super excited. I'm definitely wishing safe travels on your trip
Thank
and,
you.
just continue to make me proud. I wish I could go. One
Listen,
year, I'm going to go.
you
That's
have
just
to
what
go.
I'm putting in the atmosphere. I'm
You
going to
have to
go. I'm
come.
going to
You will love
attend
it.
the Boost
And
Conference with you.
yes, you have to come. And I think one of the great things, so this Sunday when I leave, my sister and I are going to drive up to Palm Springs, and I'm looking forward to us just spending the day in Palm Springs because
Hmm.
she's never really had the opportunity to do that. So I'm looking
Okay.
for, and I can't wait to share pictures of the thing that we're going to do. I cannot explain it. I'm going to just show the pictures on social media.
Okay.
But
So
it's
I
going to
got
be
to be on the lookout.
yeah, you got to be on the lookout. I did it my very first year in Palm Springs, so I'm excited to do it with her so that
Okay.
she can experience. So I'm just really excited. So I'm going to share it on social media. That's what I'm going to do.
Y'all
But
stay tuned. That means y'all got to stay
listen,
tuned, y'all.
listen, right? So speaking of social media, like we're talking today about filtered lives, the truth behind
Hmm.
the post. I'm trying to get comfortable here because we got a great show and I just want to get into it. So we're talking about like filtered lives, the truth behind post and love. So let me
Mhm.
ask you something. For those who are watching it, Anna, I want to post this to you as well.
Mhm.
So when was the last time you posted a moment that really reflected how you felt? I want you to think about that. Like we post all the time, but when is the last time that you really posted a moment that really reflected how you felt? So it's like I'm not talking about necessarily like not a smile, like not
Mhm.
the highlight, not the version of your life that gets the most likes, but the truth. Because in a
Right.
world full of filters, edits, and perfectly timed posts, we've mastered how to look good but forgotten how to be real.
I
So,
agree.
really,
Yeah.
every day we scroll through lives that seem happier, richer, more successful. And somewhere along the way, we start questioning our own lives. And it's like, am I behind? Am I doing enough? Why doesn't my life look
Mhm.
like that? But what if I told you what you're comparing your reality to is someone else's highlight reel? It's always
Oh.
it may not be the truth of what they're posting when we are comparing ourselves to like what we see. So tonight, what we're doing is that we're going to really pull back the curtain. And we're talking about the pressure to perform, the silent struggles behind the smile, and the truth we hide just to keep up an appearance. Because this
Mhm.
isn't just about like social media, this is about identity. This is about mental health. And as we are preparing for our mental health awareness month shows, I want us
Mhm.
to focus on this. This is about what it costs to be seen but not known.
Mhm.
So tonight, no filters, no pretending. We're just about to have a real conversation.
Mhm.
That's what I'm looking for, a real conversation. So I want to go back to the question that I proposed at the beginning and talk about, when was the last time that you really posted, when you posted a moment that really reflected how you felt?
So I feel like over the years, I've definitely been an emotional poster. When somebody makes me mad, I'm,
Uh-huh.
posting a meme, or my job pissed me off, my boss pissed me off, I'm saying something, so I've definitely learned and been encouraged to, don't always put your business on social media. So for me, I feel like I took that and ran with it. But there are moments that I feel like, I just know I'm not the only one that feels this way. So I may put something out there, that's encouraging, but I'm really talking to myself.
Yeah.
Although it could be reaching somebody else. So I feel like, it happens every now and again, but I do feel like me myself, just speaking for myself, I probably do fall into that image or that stigma of just like, kind of posting like the pretty, the nice, oh, this is the good. I don't be, yeah, like, y'all don't need to be seeing everything I be going through and what I got going on and what my hair look like when I wake up in the morning. Like, that's not your business.
Right.
Okay. I
Listen.
want to post, the good, but yeah, I feel like like a lot of people are guilty of it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, really posting something, that's personal, or like something that you just are painting a picture of something that's not really everything that glitters ain't gold. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that I can speak for myself, like
Mhm.
you will never see me post negative stuff on social media. Like that's just
Right.
first of
Mm,
all, I don't live a life like that. Anybody that knows me knows
mhm.
that I don't live a life of negativity. So it's like
Right.
I'm not sitting around just gossiping about people. I don't have to,
Mhm.
I'm not doing indirect messages. That's never been my thing. So I always would get frustrated whenever I would share something because like I'm an
Mhm.
encourager at heart. So it's like I'm
Yeah.
always looking for something. If I see something and I'm like, oh, in my heart, like this may encourage somebody. So let me repost it, reshare it, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily that I'm dealing with it because I've never been a person to take my
Right.
personal life to social media. So it's like
Right.
it's one of those things to where I can't tell you like in my life of posting and sharing how people have said like who I got to beat up or what other case may be. I'm like, you ain't got to beat nobody up over here. I promise. Have you seen me? Right? I'm
Yes.
not a fighter, but please don't get me wrong. Right? So
Right.
it's like it's one of those things to where I don't have to I'm really big and I'm just really getting to this point in my life too. Like I'm really big on like sharing. Like if I feel a certain type of way about something,
Mhm.
you will know. I am going to tell you how I feel. I'm not going to
Mhm.
go on social media and write an indirect message about you. I'm not going to talk
Mhm.
about anything that's going to paint someone else in a negative light. But I also know that when people sometimes see things that you post and they may feel that it's about them, I'm like, well, hell,
Yeah.
have to post anything about you, but if the shoe fits,
Wear it.
that's on you. So if you treat
Right.
people right, you don't have to worry about if a post is about you or not. If you do
Right.
people good and you treat people right, you don't have to worry about if somebody's doing an indirect message to you, or you don't have to
Right.
get in your feelings, or you don't have to slip in their inbox. I purpose in my heart to treat people good. I don't think I'm perfect or anything.
Mhm.
However, I purpose in my heart to treat people good. So if I am writing an indirect message about you, you never
Mhm.
have to worry about that because that's just not where my heart is. I'm not doing indirect messages and I'm not doing anything subliminal to anybody. That's just not where I'm at. So if I post it, you better guarantee that it's just something I like or share or that I can relate to. It's never towards a person. I just don't get down like that.
Listen, I get it and I respect it. I feel like that is maturity, that is growing, that is not being bothered, like
Yeah.
unbothered, like you know what I mean?
And you know what I think too? I think the older I get, the more I think about this, I just really live a unbothered life. Like
Mhm.
I don't really dwell in what everybody else has going on. And I'm not really affected the way how when people have issues and things like that, people can talk to me about what they're feeling, but I really don't take that on like I
Mhm.
used to. And even to the point to where I honestly have become the person like we are not going to talk in text about
Mhm.
feelings. Like I don't want a long text message. Like I used to be that person. I used to because I'm a writer, and so
He
I can
said not the
articulate.
paragraph, huh?
Listen, I can articulate what I need to say to you. Listen,
Mhm.
my degree is creative writing, so you best believe I can tell you off in a message or whatever the case may be. I was
Oh.
sending long messages to explain how I feel. So I'm like,
Mhm.
in hindsight, when I think about that time in my life, I think about like, how did that make people feel? Because I'm like, I know how it makes me feel. So it's like
Mhm.
I'm like we picking up the phone and we having a conversation because like
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about it and we're gonna move forward. And it doesn't mean that just because we talk about it that there's not still some type of feelings that may be there about it or whatever the case may be. However, we had a conversation about it. So now we begin to do the work to heal whatever that thing may be broken. Like we're not gonna text this out. We not doing that.
Because what they say, text can always be misconstrued,
Yes, all the
miscommunicated.
time.
You can, just have a conversation. I want to hear the tone.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So it's like when we spend time and we're thinking about like social media and things like that, and if people
Mhm.
offend us or make us upset or whatever the case may be, and we begin to do these subliminal messages towards people, it's like you're spending this time hoping that somebody see it. And the way the algorithm is set up now on social media, most times people won't see it. Like
Mhm.
they won't see it. So you're spending it and putting this energy into like making sure that people see the post that you're posting about them or hope they see it. Then
Right.
see it. So I'm like this.
Right.
If you have a crush on somebody and you following them, like slide into their DM and tell them how you feel. Like they might not see the best.
That's it. That's
They
it.
don't see it. So
Come
it's like
on.
we use social media because it's safe. I feel like a lot of people use it because it's safe. It's safe to be able to hide behind the computer. But like if you crushing on somebody, slide into the DM and tell them. Make sure they're not with somebody or whatever the case may be. Or
Right.
if
Don't be messy.
yeah, don't be messy. Or if you like a post, don't post something to hope that somebody will see it or whatever the case may be. Hope that you can have a conversation. And I share stuff all the time. Like I'm just at this place in my life now. I'm just sharing everything. And if I like it, if it makes me laugh,
Especially if it's funny. Oh my God. That's
I'm sharing it. I don't care if it has cursing in it. I don't want nobody coming at me like, oh my God, you a man of God. Like, you know what? Sit down, leave me alone. Like if it's funny, I'm posting it. Like
say it then. Say it then.
Like I'm just at a place in my life where I'm just like, what I've realized is that there's so many people that are not living their life. And it's just like, I'm just at a place where I am going to live. And whatever that may look like and whatever that definition of it is for me, that's what I'm going to do.
Listen, and I hear you 1,000%. That's what I've been trying to do. I feel like I work all the time and I'm momming all the time. So me trying to spend time with my friends or just spend time with myself, like me going to see the movies or just going on a breakfast date or something like that. Mom, you hear it, you know? I can't get time to myself, but I'm learning how to do that. Like I said before, I went and got my nails done. I'm not a nail girly. It was very relaxing for me. I feel so pretty, and I'm definitely going back. That I'm gonna like force myself to like this is gonna be your me time, you know, your set aside time, and there's no social media during that time. Like I'm enjoying me, listening, thinking, whatever that may be, because music is definitely my fave. But
I know, I get that. I think about when on social media, like now, and like how accessible it has become for me to like, as much as I post, I post a lot, and I'm very strategic how I post. Like if I post somewhere, like I'm normally not in that place at the time. Like I'm normally gone by the time I post.
Yes.
But I still tag like I'm there.
Yeah.
I normally will post. I will schedule my posts to go out. So it's like, especially like being here on the West Coast, I'm like, all of my friends, they're not gonna see it. If I'm posting, it's 8 o'clock here, it's 11 o'clock over there, everybody's asleep. So it's like, so like in the morning time when people see my post at like 9 a.m. on the East Coast, I'm like, it's 6 a.m. I'm like, that post is scheduled because I'm still asleep. That was a scheduled post. I am not up. Please don't call my phone. Don't text me.
I'm cracking up. Good to know. Good to know.
I am asleep. I was like, that post was scheduled. So by the time I wake up, everybody on the East Coast can see it. And my few little people here in the West Coast, they'll catch up with me. So it's a win-win for everybody. You see what I'm posting.
Period. Because I'm cracking up. I'm really going to keep that in mind, though, because I be ready like, oh, DW up. Hold on. Let me. What you doing?
Not up.
Sorry. I got to remember.
So I want to talk about like some of the confessions. I want to talk about like some social media confessions, right? And I want to be able to share these confessions as like built-in talking points that will help us to be able to confess. Now, some of these confessions for me I can relate to, but they're not necessarily me per se. All right. I can relate to them and I can see how other people may relate to them, but I don't. So I want to have a conversation about this. And so I want the chat that if you're watching, thank you so much. Shout out to all of you who are watching us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Thank you for joining our show today. So I want to talk about these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read the confession. I'm going to tell like my relationship to it. I definitely want to hear your heart and your perspective. And then I want the audience and those who are watching to really give some insight to this. So I want to talk about like confession. So here's the first one. I post like I'm happy, but I've been struggling mentally for months. So many people are performing happiness instead of living it. And I can honestly say I can relate to this post a lot because there's been times in my life when I've been going through certain things or dealing with certain things, and I wanted to post, and I would post, and honestly, like life was not good. Like things were just not in a good space or head space or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
What I said, so many people are performing happiness instead of living it. What are your thoughts on it? So do you think social media makes it harder to be honest? I want to ask this, and you all that are watching, please feel free to answer this question. Do you think
Yes.
social media makes it hard to be honest?
Yeah, I definitely do. I feel like social media definitely paints that picture that everything is just peaches and cream for a lot of people, and it's not. You may not always know what's going on, but I feel like, especially with celebrities, like things like that comes out, but personal stuff that people that you don't know, like they really be hurting and posting these anything. And it's crazy because, oh my God, I'm trying to think. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I had a thought that I was just gonna say, but I feel like it was from somebody that I knew personally. Oh my
Mhm.
God.
No, it's okay, because the
But
truth of the matter is, like, so many people are smiling online but struggling offline.
yes.
That's the truth. You posted something, and I've been there. I've been there because I felt like, oh, if
Mm,
I'm able to like kind of push through, or maybe the likes will make me feel good,
mm,
whatever the case may be. It has been a struggle, and so like I've totally been there. So, and I know that there's
yeah.
been people that we see sometimes on social media that like they're living this life. And I remember one time it was the beauty queen. I can't think of her name right now, but that committed suicide, and it was like she was so happy, she looked happy online, but there was
Mm-hmm.
a struggle, and she ended up like killing her, like jumping off the side of the building in New York. And it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, people sometimes there's this pressure that we feel or see when we're online and watching other people do things, and we want that life or whatever the case may be, but we don't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily know how people are struggling on the other side of that.
Right. Or just even people, out here trying to be an artist and like trying to get a music video going, but don't have the money to pay for it. Like it could just be anything, but they flexing on the gram. They flexing on the
Yeah,
gram with all this money and got all these, jewelry and things like that. Like social media is not all it's cracked up to be.
yeah.
And you got to live in your truth. You really have to live in your truth.
That is good, because this goes right into the next question or the next confession. I
Mm-hmm.
compare my life to people I don't even know. So my
Mm.
question is, who's felt bad because of social media, or who has felt behind because of social media? Have you ever like looked at certain people's life that may be your age or whatever the case may be, and feel like they got all of these things going on, and you start to feel bad because you kind of compare your life to them and you don't even know?
Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. Like I have to, tell myself every day that, this is my own race. Like
Right.
what the next mother of four can do is not the same of what I can do, and vice versa. We all come from different walks of life. We all experience life different. We're all not going to be at the same level in this race, but that doesn't make it you any less or them anymore. Like you have to live in your truth and just
Yeah,
stand on that, walk in that. And if there's something that you want to change, you work towards that.
yeah.
But you know, what can we do?
I know. I
People
want to
gonna
bring
do
up
what
this
they want.
question. I want to bring up this response that Patrice said
Mm,
in relation to the first question that we asked. Is that I post like I'm happy, but I've been struggling mentally for months. And what
mhm,
Patrice has said here says, yes, it does, especially if you are seeking love, attention, and need to feel something that you are not receiving
mhm,
personally. They could be lonely and seeking social media to fulfill the missing pieces. Absolutely, because it's the
mhm,
likes. Like sometimes our measure of success on social media is based on likes. Now, I have to be very transparent. When I post, I love when people engage. I want them to engage, because now, because of the number of followers that I have, and because
mhm.
the one post that we did from The Color Purple went viral, then Meta
Yes.
met with Meta and started talking to like with them, and they sent me the stuff. And long story short, like they pay me monthly. There's monthly posts that I do. So it's like, yes, I'm posting even when I don't feel like it sometimes, or whatever the case may be. I don't consider
Hmm.
myself an influencer, a social media influencer, because I ain't making
Okay.
like big bucks, but I mean, the little money that they do send me is fantastic, and I'm grateful for that. But it's like, it's one of those things that when people do engage, it's like, so the measure of my success on social media comes from the likes and the engagement, that people are engaging with me. And so it's like every month I find this pressure on myself to always do better, because what's happening is when I get my little quota of like, you did this great this month, and this is where you can be next month if you do this and all of those things, it becomes that pressure to be able to do it. Now, because this is not my primary income, and it's not like I said, I don't consider myself to be a social media influencer. Right. I don't have to do all of the crazy things that people do to get the attention, to get people going viral or whatever the case may be. Because a lot of this stuff now is like AI has taken over, and we're going to come back to that. Like the videos are AI. People are doing crazy stuff to get the attention online. People are all half naked. I'm telling you, people are naked all over social media. I can't tell you how many tails I'm seeing, how many breasts I'm seeing, how many penis prints that's online.
You're not lying.
People are
You're
like
not lying.
Online. Like there's so much that people are doing to get, and they call that clickbait. So people are trying to get people to get the clicks and the likes. And when you're watching these things, people that when you're not engaging with them, they're not making the money. So some people really depend on that. Where with me, and I'm not knocking them for doing that. I'm not knocking them, but for me, it's not my primary source of income. So I don't depend on it like that. So I post periodically or try to post as much as I can, because like I said, that money does look good. So when y'all send those stars and do all of that stuff, it's like it helps. It helps what we're doing here, because it's the support that we get to be able to do what we do. I want to come back to Patrice. She said something. She said, been there and had to take a break. I had to remember that social media is only a glimpse of a person's life. It's not really their life. Yeah, that's the truth, because some people just stay on social media. I saw this post the other day that when somebody, it was like, when do you know when it's time to log off social media? And the phone like fell in the person's face. I'm like,
that's very much a good time.
You know, you go to bed and you get off social media, right?
Yes, that's a good one, child, because that be happening.
So this is another one. So I want to talk about this confession. And these are confessions that came from other people just based on like conversations that I've heard. This is another that says, I stay in toxic relationships because it looks good online. Some people are in relationships for aesthetics and not connection. So would you stay for the image or leave for your peace?
Baby, what image? Absolutely not. What image?
Right.
The people who know it's fake. What? No, leave for your peace.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's deep, but it's real. It's really, really real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of history, because of what y'all have been through, because of what people will say, if you're married, kids, like that's, yeah.
And so my final confession is, I check who views my stories more than I check on myself. I check my stories more than I check on myself. And I want
that's a good one.
Yeah, do that or watch it. I want you to be honest about this. How many times you checked on your views? Like how many times you checked your views today? How many times like you posted and you kept going back to your story, looking who liked it, how many people viewed it, and like how many times have you done that? Because we live in a validation culture. We're tracking attention more than our emotions.
Well, I know I did that for my birthday post. Hold on, I need to see how many people see it. I need to know. Did y'all see me? Okay, but normally, like, post it because you want to post it. That's my whole thing. Like, I don't really care who sees it. Honestly, that's me, except for my birthday post. Y'all, I do want y'all to see that. That means go to my page right now and go look at my birthday post. Thank you.
So, right, exactly. I get it. So in preparation, like as we talk about this and we're talking about like how it really affect our mental health. So the issue is here is like social media really isn't the problem, but it's how we use it that can be. So it's like, are you experiencing yourself or are you performing for approval? So I want to talk about like really how it affects our mental health as we prepare in the month of May for our mental health show. And this conversation will come back up, but we're just talking about like we just heard some real confessions. These are real confessions from people. But now let's talk about the impact, because what we ignore emotionally, we carry mentally. So the first thing is is comparison, which really equals a quiet pressure. When we are comparing ourselves to people, it really becomes like a quiet pressure that we put on ourselves for the need to do better, because comparison doesn't just make you feel bad, it makes you forget your own peace. So when you begin to really start comparing and looking at what other people are doing, then you feel this pressure to want to do more. It also it makes us be more performative versus just being. It becomes an identity conflict. Who we are online, is it really you or who you think people want? That's what's important. Because then the truth of the matter is, when you begin to get around people, your true character comes out. Like, people really see who you are. And then we have validation. It becomes like a validation addiction, that you got to be liked by this person. You got to be seen by this person. You got to be dissed by this person. You got to always send us what everybody's doing. And some of us don't feel seen unless we're liked, shared, or noticed. That's the truth.
That is a fact. Yeah, that is very much a fact. Like, people have deleted posts just because, it didn't get a certain amount of likes. Like, and that's crazy. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, if you like it, you post it. Who cares?
Exactly.
Who cares?
Exactly.
But that's some people's reality.
Yeah, true. Because what happens is we get emotionally burnt out, and that's the silent struggle. You can look fine and still be mentally exhausted.
Ooh, talk about it. So I don't want to talk. Oh my God. I don't want to talk. I don't want to think. Please don't ask me another question.
Because the thing is, when we're comparing ourselves to what people are doing, when we are comparing ourselves and we're looking at what people are doing, we start to feel like all of these things. And the truth is, like, your life is not behind, your journey's not late, and your worth is not measured in likes or reshares or whatever the case may be. That's not how your life is measured. So it's just like, I want people to be encouraged and not be so consumed with getting the likes and all of that stuff by social media, to where sometimes we will jeopardize our own character and integrity in order to be liked or to build up to make ourselves feel worthy. So yeah.
Well, I have a game and I would like to play it. Are you ready?
Okay, I am ready, but I gotta say this comment from Patrice. She's talking about the hoodies in the scriptures. Insider, I am cracking up. She is so
okay.
That's a story for another time.
Another time. We're gonna circle back to that, Patrice.
We will circle back to that. I
know she cracking up. I know she is cracking up too.
The hoodies in the scriptures. That's right. It's in the eyes, Trees. You already know. I'm dying.
Y'all are too much. I can't. But okay.
Let's play a game. I'm ready.
So yes, I have a game. It's called Real or Filtered. Okay, now I'm going to read a scenario and you are just going to answer if you feel like it's real or if you feel like this is a filtered type situation.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Is there a prize?
Lunch with the queen.
Right?
Lunch with the queen.
I'll take it. Okay.
No. Okay. All right. So I don't want you to take too long. Like, if you can, just try to take like 3 seconds or so to think about the answer and just boom, boom, bop. Okay.
Okay.
So, soft launching someone you're not serious about. Is this a real feeling or a filtered type thing?
I think filtered. I think people do it to sometimes get attention, or they may like somebody else and want them to feel like, oh, I got somebody, or whatever the case may be. I feel like that's I think that's filtered.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah. Because why would you put something about somebody out there that you're not really feeling, or that you don't really know that you like? Why would you even do that?
Trying to cock block.
That's dumb. Don't do that.
yes. You blocking my blessings. Get out of here.
Right?
You don't even want me.
No, now you block, and I'm reporting the picture.
All right. So what about posting really nice vacation pics, but you stressed about money the whole trip?
I think that can be. I think that can be real. Like, I mean, honestly, it can be filtered. It can be I think it can be both, but I think it can be real. I think that I am a person, and most people won't agree with this when I'm gonna say this, but
Okay.
I think that sometimes you really have to enjoy life. And if you can make the means happen to be able to do that, like if you may not have all the money, but like if your bills are paid and things are
Mhm.
in place and you are able to muster up money to go on vacation, or hell, if you was able to affirm money, or
Talk about it.
what is it called? What is it?
Afterpay.
Have to pay. Well, I don't know. Whatever them things are.
All of them.
Yeah. If you're able to use them to supply your vacation, I say do it. So I think it's real. I think two things can be true. I think that you can not be where you want to be or desire to be financially, but I still think that you are able. There's other ways that you can go on vacation and still enjoy your life. So I think it can be real.
I agree. Listen, don't be trying to go nowhere. You come back and you ain't got nowhere to be.
I
Okay,
know,
that's all I'm saying.
Like, make sure your stuff is taken care of.
Yeah.
But have fun. Go on vacation.
Yes. All right. So, what about posting a birthday, like saying happy birthday for a friend that you don't even talk to like that? Is that real or is that
It's real. I do it all the time. It's real. And if I'm doing
okay,
all the time. Happy birthday.
I do it all the time. He relate too much. Okay. I'm gonna do one from like a relationship standpoint. Okay. So what if like in the relationship you guys are posting each other really heavy in the beginning and then just start disappearing, like the post just fade?
I think that's real. I don't think that's filtered. I think that just happens in relationships with people. That's why, like, I encourage people, don't start with all that. Like, don't like keep people out your business. If you're in a relationship, I'm not saying that you can't be happy, but be happy with each other.
This is my boo. I just love him so much. That's my baby. Look what he got me.
Yeah, no, keep that to yourself. I'm not saying that you can't. Maybe you can even post the gift or whatever the case may be. But I'm not saying post like in the beginning, like just kind of keep it quiet until you feel like it's solid or whatever the case may be, or that you feel that it can't be broken. Like people that just be like, I don't know. I
get it. Listen, I get it. I got another one. All right. I got another one.
Okay.
What about always outside, but always busy when it's time to grow? Better yourself.
I think that's real. I think that's just some people live their life like that, but it should be filtered. Like it should not be like you should filter that. You should be like, I'm turning up online, I'm growing in private. But I do know people that, that's just their life and that's what they do. I'm not here to judge that, but I do believe that sometimes that's the real life, that some people live a real life where they outside turning up but just can't grow up.
Yeah, well, I encourage you. I encourage you. If you are that, please try your best to have that same energy to help yourself grow. That's it. That's all.
I think
that's it. That's all.
The same energy that you use to turn up, it should be the same energy that you use to better yourself. And whatever that is, I think that it's a measure of success for everyone. I think that everybody has their own measure of success. And so I just think that if you feel like there's ways and stuff that you want to be, places you want to be in life and things that you desire to do, I don't encourage you to be like turning up and stuff like that. But what I realized too is that sometimes it's fun to be mysterious. Like it's fun to like not let everybody know like what you're doing, but at the same time, I'll say this for me. I'll speak for me. This is what I don't like, and I'm just putting it out there because I've been in these situations. Okay. I've been in situations to where there's been people that I've hung out with, and it's like we're good enough to hang out with, and all of us are taking pictures and posting pictures and stuff like that. But you never let people see that you hang with me or whatever, or hang with the group or whatever the case may be. I have an issue with that because I'm just like what? And so like it brings back to my mind to make me think that, well, there must be conversations and things that's happening that you don't want to show people that this is your crew or this is your people. Like I am not afraid. If I hang with you, I am not ashamed to hang with you. So if it's like, if I post you on social media, it's like, you're my friend. I don't care if other people don't. you or whatever the case may be, because ain't nobody gonna
Yeah.
say anything. But it's like, it's one of those things to where it's like, I don't like when people do that. It's like, we go here and do this, and all of us are like posting pictures of our trip, and you don't post pictures like you ain't even been nowhere or went nowhere. And I'm just like, but you post everything else, but when you're with this group, you don't post. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because then it makes me question, like,
It's the underlying tone. Yeah, something.
And I'm just like, well, go over there, because in this group we post pictures of each other, we
Together.
share each other, you know. So, and if you can't do that, then don't come be with us. Then I'm okay with that.
It is perfectly fine. It really is. No hard feelings, because you're gonna be over there and I'm finna be over here.
Right. And I've been in situations like that. Just like, we taking pictures, but it's like, you never post any of us in your group or anything. But I'm like, you posting all these ugly people, and I'm like,
the ugly people. Got it.
Nobody's ugly. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Please.
nobody's ugly.
Nobody's ugly. Everybody's pretty.
No, just amazing. Just amazing. Everyone is just amazing.
But I'm just saying, I don't like it.
Yes. All right. Well, listen, you want one more? I got one more.
Sure, I'll take one more.
All right. Acting healed, but still triggered. Woo.
I think that's real. I think that it can be real and filter. And I think what's important with that is because the truth of the matter is we all got something that we're healing from, right? I think that regardless if it's out there or not, and what like triggers us or whatever the case may be, I think that we all have something that we are healing from or going through the process or whatever the case may be. So I think that I can still post, like, and it doesn't mean like everything in my life is great, but I can still post. It's like, I still can. I don't want to sit in somber. Like, I don't have to sit and not act like I don't have a life or whatever the case may be. So I think that is real. I think that there's nothing filter about that. There's nothing that you gotta hide from. If one day you're feeling happy and one day you're feeling sad and you decide you want to post, I think that if you are feeling sad and having those moments of where you're trying to heal, I think that your healing process, honestly, I think healing processes should be, there's two things I feel about that. I think healing processes should be personal and around the people that you trust. I don't think that, and I think that once you get through the process of healing, that you should be able to share that healing journey with people. Because what I also know is that while you're trying to heal from certain situations, there's also people that are naysayers and people that will plant seeds in your ear to be able to try to could possibly hinder your healing that could come faster or sooner than later. So I think that if you are going through like a bad thing with your relationship with somebody, you got to be around people that can speak life into you versus being around people you should leave him, you shouldn't be around, or whatever the case may be. If you're going through a financial struggle, you should be able to talk to people that can help and support you. And I'm not necessarily talking about financially, but to give you wisdom, to give you words that will support you and not try to belittle your financial situations or try to monitor everything that you do. So like, for example, if we go on shopping and you tell me you have a financial situation and we go shopping and you buying stuff, I'm not going to judge you. I'm like, well, maybe she got a little money to do this or whatever the case may be. I'm not going to judge you in that, but that's why it's important to be around people that could authentically help you on your healing process versus causing a delay in it, if that makes sense.
Yep. I definitely get it. And God bless those people.
Right. You know, I think about, like, when I'm thinking about social media, that was a fun game. Thank you, Anna. But
you're welcome.
When I think about like social media and things, one of the things that I am so tired of seeing on social media, oh my God, help me, Lord.
What?
One of the things that I'm so tired of seeing is like people that are calling out people that don't support them. I am so tired of seeing it. I'm so tired of seeing it because I'm just in my mind, and I get it. I do. However, that don't mean I like it. But the thing about it is, it's like focus. And my mentor, Robert Wesley Brand, shout out to him. I can't wait to have him.
Robert.
Robert is my guy. He is like someone that is super special to me. Like, that is my brother. That is my brother. So he said to me, I remember we did a play. And Robert asked me, he was like, how was the show? And I was like, oh, we sold out and all this stuff. And then we had like 5 shows. I think this was when we did Manhood or something like that. I don't remember. I think it was Manhood. And I was like, yeah, we sold out and all this stuff. And Then I just went on down like a whole list of this person didn't come, this person wasn't there, blah, blah, blah. So it diminished all of the people that actually showed up, because now I am so focused on the people that didn't show up. And so it's like, the truth of the matter is, there are people that are really super close to me today, that are super close to me today, that still have not purchased my book. They don't have a copy of it. And listen, I am absolutely okay with that, because the lesson that Robert taught me was that don't focus on who didn't show up. Focus on those who did and put that energy into them. And honestly, from the moment that he said that to me in like 2012, 13, somewhere around there, it really changed the trajectory of my life and how I live. I don't care. I don't care who don't show up. I don't care if there's 7 people or 700 people. Whoever is there is supposed to be there. So I don't like when I see people like, oh, this person don't support me. Nobody never really support me of anything. Because the truth of the matter is, you can get 700 people in a room that won't do anything, but you can get 7 people in a room and they'll do everything.
Yes.
And all you need is the right people in the room, or the right people that's there to support you. So if you're watching this and you're that person, I want y'all to stop with that. Stop with it. Stop with who ain't supporting me, who ain't showing up, or whatever the case may be. Because the truth of the matter, you don't know what people got going on. You don't know what they have going on. That's number one. And number two, if they're not supporting you, what about the people that do? And I think that because I really try to support people to the best of my ability, I know how it makes me feel when I see certain people that I follow, or whatever the case may be, focus on the people that didn't. And I know that I was one of the ones. And not one time do I see you saying like, thank you for your support. And like, I ain't saying you got to say my name, because I'm not that person, but I don't see you saying thank you to those who support me without shading those who don't. Don't focus on those people. Focus on the ones who are supporting you, because it's not fair to diminish them to focus on those who don't.
Right.
Because it's not going to make them either. It's not going to make them want to follow you or support you even more. I don't give a damn if you don't support me. I don't care. I don't care. I care about the people who are going to show up for me. And that's what matters. And that's the energy that I'm going to focus on.
That's the good energy. That's the energy that's needed. That's reciprocated.
Yes. I think you know me well enough, you know me, right? And for me, like, even in the times where like I think about like posting on social media and things like that, I think it's important for us. Like you can't say like you can't say I've seen DW go off on social media. You can't say that you don't see me go off on. I just don't live a life like that, and I don't want.
Never have you ever. No, because that's not you, and that's not like that's not you, and you're going to be true to you, and not going to let nobody take you out of character, no matter.
No,
especially not no social media.
Because the truth of the matter is that my mom, I come from one of the best cussers in the world. Like, I mean, come on now. Like one of the best.
And when he don't want to cuss, he's gonna call me. Best believe it.
So like, I would say all the professional things, and I'm gonna shout out to my mom who is watching, but I have seen her cuss people out. Good God Almighty! I was like, well, dang. Sorry, Mom, to put you on blast. I apologize, but some things
love you, Mom.
Listen, some of the things are inherited. So I got to be careful.
Listen, you have great restraint. You have great restraint, growth. Look at the maturity on you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes.
So I got to go to this message what Anitra said. This is very true. Thank you so much to Anitra for watching and shouting writing this comment. She said there's a saying, strangers will make you rich. I think we need to expand our minds to look beyond our circle, especially in businesses. In business, that is very true. Like
so
I'm not
true.
focusing on like the family that don't want to buy a book or don't want to buy. I'm not focusing on that. It's like so, and I honestly know that there's people that's in my life that get upset when other people don't support me, and they know, and I'm like, cut it out. I'm not focused on that. I'm like, stop it. Stop it. Don't ask them to buy another thing. Don't ask them to please share. Don't ask them to do nothing. Don't ask them to do nothing. Because the truth of the matter is, I've been so blessed by people. Like when I think about all the opportunities that I've had through
Mhm.
social media of like people saying like, "Hey, you speak here." It's been strangers. It's been people that I
Yeah.
don't know that have said, "Come to South Carolina, come to California to speak, come to Arkansas, come to New York." Like it's people that I don't know but know the work and know the quality of the work that I do that have said
Mhm.
come. So, you know, I'm grateful. I'm laughing at Sophia's message. Hey, Sophia, she said, yes, her and Seal are lethal. And you already know they do
Eh,
not play.
For
They do
sure.
not play. They do not play. But I think that one of the things that when I'm thinking about like social media, I think that it can be a blessing and it can be a curse, right?
Yeah.
It can be a blessing and a curse. And it's one of those things to where do you, that's the bottom line, do what you want to do how you want to do. But I think that the moment that you feel or see that it begins to affect your mental health or begin to make you act out of character or do subliminal things to people, I think that that's the cue to take a break. All
Mhm.
right. And I think that there's nothing wrong with taking a break and putting your phone down. Or if you feel that it starts to affect your household or it starts to affect like the way that you do and maneuver and you're not on your stuff. And if you
Mhm.
feel like there's something that's like making you lag, like put it down. Like you don't have to be on it. Although I know that it becomes entertaining because sometimes I can be laying in the bed at 1 o'clock in the morning and I be scrolling through TikTok and I am laughing so hard, like out loud. I am laughing
Yes.
out loud.
Yes.
It becomes entertaining, but also the discipline in that is knowing when it's like, okay, I got to go to bed and put this down.
Mhm.
Like I can't keep staying on this. I think it's important to know when to take a break and to say, you know
Mhm.
what, I don't need to be on social media. And it's like, you know what, find you somebody trusted that you can talk to and vent. Like, you don't have to vent on, you don't have to vent. And I know that some people use it for that or whatever the case may
Mhm.
be. But what about building your circle that you may have people that are with you, that's in your group that you can talk to and vent. I don't want us to live a life where we have to do subliminal messages to people, or if it's something that resonates with you, so be it. Let it resonate with you, but don't take shots at people. That ain't cool, y'all. That ain't cool.
That's right.
That ain't cool. All right, Anna. Well, guess what? We got 3 minutes until the end of this show. I think it's been a great show. I've enjoyed this conversation talking about like social media. I want to go
Yes.
through some of our comments. Shout out to Charlie. Charlie is here. Said, "Hey
He
y'all,
said,
hey Charlie.
"Hey,
We love Charlie so much.
brother."
Y'all, please go follow Charlie on social
Yeah.
media. Dancing with
Dancing with
underscore
Charlie.
Charlie.
Dancing with
Listen, he is a beast.
Charlie.
As long as I've known Charlie, he's been a dancer. And what he's
Mhm.
doing right now, I feel like what Charlie's bringing so much joy to the world right
Yes.
now with what he's doing, teaching line dancing and doing all the things. So I have to give a special shout out to Charlie. Go follow him, dancing with underscore Charlie on
That's right.
Instagram.
We love you, brother.
Yeah, he's watching us on Instagram. He's watching us on YouTube. Shout out to Charlie. Thank you. Because like I said, he's bringing so much joy to the world
Yes.
right now with dancing and all of that stuff. So I'm just happy. Shout out to Sophia who's watching with us. We had Lori here
Hey,
today. We
Sophie,
had
grandma.
Auntie Runette is watching. Shout out to
Hey,
Anitra.
girl.
And shout out to my mom that's here. We love you back, mom. See your comments over on Instagram. Hey, y'all. Thank you so much for like rocking with us over there. And all of you who constantly support us and rock with us. We say thank you so
Thank you.
so Anna, I'm gonna before I close, I want to leave you with some an opportunity to close. But before we do that, I
Yes.
just want to let you know to everybody that's watching, we will not have a show next week. We won't have
Right.
a show next Monday. I will be in the beautiful Palm Springs.
Mhm.
Busy. And Anna and I, we're gonna just take a little break, but we're coming back in the month of May real heavy with some
That's right.
serious but lighthearted fun talking about mental health. That is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I hope that we'll have some familiar faces who have joined our show before that will be able to join us again. I'll be reaching out to y'all. So thank you so much. But we
Yes.
will not
Yes.
have a show next Monday, the 27th. We will not have a
Yes.
show on May 27th, but we will return on May 4th with our show number 5 on May.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're coming back even stronger with more guests, with additional guests, and the topic of mental health awareness for the entire month of May. Anna, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Yes. Yes. I am leaving you guys with your phone, or should I say your social media, think of it as a tool, you know, not really a distraction from your life. Just make sure you're living more than you're scrolling. That is my closing. Back over to you.
I love that, living more than you're scrolling. I love that. So
Yeah.
I love that because that's important. So, tonight we talked about the truth behind the post, the
Mhm.
smiles that don't always mean joy, the relationships that look perfect but feel empty, the lives that seem full but feel like they're missing something. You see, social media will show you the highlight, but it will never show you the healing. It will show you the win, but not the work it took to get there. So the
Mhm.
question isn't what you're posting. The real question is, how are you doing when your phone is down? Because your life is not meant to be filtered for approval. It's meant to be lived in truth, fully,
Mhm.
honestly, and
Mhm.
unapologetically. And if tonight reminded you of anything, let it be this. You don't have to perform to be worthy. You
Mhm.
don't have to prove your piece. And you don't have to compare your journey to anyone else's timeline.
Mhm.
Log off if you need to. Check in with yourself if you need to. Choose what's real over what looks good. That's it for tonight. So we thank you so much for joining us here this Monday night on A Human Being. My lovely co-host and Anna and myself, we thank you all so much for joining us.
Thanks,
And
y'all.
we really do love you and appreciate you. And again, we will not have a show on April 27th,
We
but
got a
we
break.
will be back here on Monday,
May
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 4th.
4th.
Yeah, Monday, May 4th. All right, you all. Thank you so much. Have a good night. We love you. And until
Bye,
next time,
guys.
bye, y'all.
Mwah. To inspire and people should I give. Y'all be wanting me to sing. It's all right. Next time. Next time.
Human being.